Welcome back to Cairo News Radio. We have Micki Gamez with us, as she often joins us this time every morning. Micki, you're looking at this new survey from Resume Builder, apparently finding that out of 1,300 managers polled, 74% of respondents saying they find Gen Zers to be, quote, too sensitive or easy to offend. So we know you have two Gen Zers in your household. Do you think this is true?
I kind of think it's true. And I don't know what to do about it now because my Gen Zers at home are easily offended. For example, just the other day, we were in the grocery store. This is before I got sick. And I asked one of the employees and I said, "Oh, thank you so much, ma'am. I really appreciate it," because I grew up with manners. And my daughter turns to me and says, "That was rude."
What?
And I went,
because you called her ma'am?
Yes. She goes, "You don't know her gender.
Right.
You can't just assume that." And
I looked, not an age thing.
I looked at her and I said, "Calm down, miss. I know you're she, her. Okay."
And people can correct if they want to. They can say, actually, for me, I thought it was an age thing. Unless you have a Southern accent, don't call me ma'am.
Oh,
because that just means you think I'm old.
Well, but no, I mean, you'll even hear me calling in the newsroom. I use ma'am out of respect because that was just how it was.
Well, you're
yes,
from
ma'am,
Texas.
no, ma'am,
That's
yes
all right.
or no. Right. So I don't know if it's a Texas thing. Maybe it is. But for me, it was a manners thing. And so my kids can get very sensitive about when it comes to gender. And so I just look at them all the time. I'm like, "Calm down, bro." And they hate it when I say that because they even call me bro. They're like, "Bra." And I'm like, "I'm your mom."
Well,
don't call me bra.
Here's my thing. And I'm really going to try as I age to resist the urge of doing, Dave and I will do the boomer millennial, face off and all of that. I really, really don't want to just punch down on Gen Z or any younger generations because as we know, as I've learned through just the daily dose of kindness, kids can teach us the right way. And I think some call it sensitivities. Others, we need that. We need those sensitivities to teach us how to do better. And if this is an issue on the forefront of misgendering or abuses of work, a lot of young people are taken advantage of. I was when I was younger in the industry. You say yes to everything. You're made to feel like you have to say yes. It leads to burnout. It leads to resentment. I am looking at the younger generation going, oh, they're trying to make a better workplace, a workplace where you can thrive, where you can have a life, where you can have harmony with your career and your family.
True. And some things that Gen Z that they have taught me is to be more mindful of how it is that I am feeling and not be so go, 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 always about work, work, work. I do get that, but there's got to be a balance. Of this survey, they found that Gen Z is so easily offended. And another interesting find was that they lacked technological skills. Even though they're savvy with social media, I mean, listen, if I want to make a TikTok with all kinds of graphics or an Instagram reel with like me disappearing, in the video, I'm going to go to my kids. I'm going to say, "How do I do this?" And, "Oh, here, let me show you." In 2 minutes, I've got a video up and I'm like, wow, how do they know this? But when it comes to actual technological skills that'll get you paid at work, they lack that.
Interesting. I did notice when I was a hiring manager that the younger generation skipped the formalities too, which part of me liked, but another part of me was like, hey, at least in the beginning, like when you first start dating, use your best manners. But I would say like, hey, I'd like you to come in for an in-person interview. And they would write back, okay. And I'd be like, and when are you available? And there was no dear Miss O'Brien, I would love to come in. It was all, but part of me goes, okay, on the flip side, at least they're showing you who they are from the get-go. They're not going to fake the formality, and then you hire them and you find out, oh, this is a different person than they presented themselves to be. One thing I admire about Gen Zers is they are themselves and they don't care what you think about that.
They really, really
and I
are.
love that.
My kids are this. So I'm sorry you don't like, you raised me. That's what I hear all the time.
Oh my goodness.
You raised me. You wanted me. You raised me. And I'm like, what? Doggone it, you got a point. So this is what,
It is my job to love you fully and wholly. I can't judge you. Yeah, they're trying to teach you how to be better.
Well, true. If you're a Gen Zer and you want to do better in the workplace, which maybe you don't, because the one thing about Gen Z is that they're not about work. They really aren't. Work is where they go to make money. And then outside of that, it's like, nope, sorry. Not going to work after 5 o'clock.
I admire that.
But they do say if you're a Gen Zer and you want to do better in the workplace, experts are saying work on your communication skills. Exactly what Colleen said. Okay, no, that's not how you respond.
A few more words would help. Yeah.
Few more words, exactly. When would you like to meet? They say stop being so easily offended. And if your workplace offers skills classes, take them. It doesn't mean you have to take all of them, but take them. Because it's true. If a Gen Zer does not feel like going to work, from what I've seen, they're just going to say, hey, I'm taking a sick day. No explanation. See you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Unlike my generation, Gen X, what? Hey, listen, Sully, I'm not feeling well. I maybe I have COVID. I go the long route. And then he's like, hey, I feel you, Micki, take the day. As opposed to Gen Z, it's like, I'm out. I'm not in.
Yeah.
Talk me out.
There you go.
Thank you, Micki.